I'm going to introduce one of my best friend, Cruz. He is an architect and he also make a business plan for business immigration or to introduce the international investor or national investor to give them more opportunity for investment. So I would like to ask Cruz to introduce himself and about the project.
It's a privilege for me to introduce our business. I have an incorporated company in BC. Actually, it's a corporation that we are doing turnkey operations, and where we cover the area of architecture, engineering, project development, and construction. And also we have access to financing and business immigration. That's in business immigration is the most interesting aspect of the business, because the government have a certain program for international investor to invest here in the province of British Columbia, as well in any other province in Canada. And we are at the present time doing 2 projects. One project is in the Kelowna area, is basically located in the Okanagan region, and a little bit to the north from Vancouver, located approximately 6-hour driving from here. By airplane, I think it is approximately 45 minutes from the international airport. Now, Kelowna area is one of the most attractive area in this province, since this particular area produce a lot of products like fruits, vegetables, wines, all sorts of products actually they come from agricultural business. And I would say Kelowna as a city in the Okanagan area is the basket of Canada. Very progressive city. That's the reason we have been locating one of our projects. It's 102 acres that we are planning to build a wellness center, or probably a wellness university with some research department being established by the University of British Columbia in that particular university. And also we are building houses, because the property frontage, it has a beautiful lake, so there is a lot of potential in that project. So that's one of the projects we're doing. The second project that we're doing is in the Hope area. It's called Hope City in the Greater Vancouver or Metro Vancouver, where we are located. This particular project is a 10-acre parcel of land. And the project is being presented to the government is medical marijuana in a natural stage that they use for medicine. It's not a chemical marijuana, it's a natural marijuana. Basically sold out through the government. It's a legal business in order to distribute it to different hospitals. It's a very productive project, very attractive, and it's very secure. So for the income purpose, it's a very secure project. We like this particular project, and we recommend it to international investors. We are probably able to qualify the project for business immigration. So that's something that we had to inquire with the government if they could allow it. Then it will be very attractive for any investor around the world to invest in this particular project. We have another project on perspective, and very soon, as we are sending information to international investors, we can be presenting other projects that we are in the process right now. Thank you very much, and we appreciate your attention, and hopefully one day we have the opportunity to sit down together and explain this particular project to you. Thank you.
And thank you, Louis Cruz, giving us information about yourself and about the project. But I would like to ask you about how much investment you think that for the one project you are talking about in Kelowna, and how much time it will take to, if the investor wants to invest money, invest on it, how much time it will take to complete it.
Yeah, as I mentioned before, actually our company does turnkey operation and covering all the aspects of whatever it takes project development. So we coordinate the entire project. Now, in view of that, the overall cost that we will be talking about the first project, it will be approximately between 30 and 40 million when the university is going to be built, with the houses included. That is approximately the investment. The second project in Hope is approximately around $20 million. $20 million. The factory has to be built, the property is included, and also the distribution system will be in place. Therefore, from that point of view, we are calculating that when the project is totally complete, it will be approximately $20 million, including capital for operating the business. So that's approximately the cost of those two projects.
Louis Cruz, can just tell how much expected rate of return investor can think about that, so that investor can think about investment? In
the first project, actually, in the Kelowna area, and this is a project that it will be built and it be sold out to the government immediately. The government is ready to finance 80% of the project. That's what makes this particular project so attractive. So any international investor, they invest the money, we build the project, and automatically this project is sold out to the government. We are thinking that probably the government, they could do it in two ways. They could lease the land with the building for a lifetime, or they would buy in the entire project. That's something that has to be discussed with the government. The second project, the same thing. Any international investor would build the factory that when it's built, basically is sold out, or the international investor can operate the business. However, any international investor that need experience to deal with all the laws in Canada, and we have the experience that we could actually establish a management company that deal with the project on behalf of the international investor. The same thing would be with the project in the Kelowna area. So that's become very attractive, because our experience in Canada with Canadian laws and regulations, and we understand how everything is working. So therefore, we could coordinate all the activity of those projects. So it's up to the international investor which way they like to go.
Thank you very much, Luis, giving us information about yourself and about the business opportunity. So hopefully we are soon going to bring the investor here and on other projects. So if you want, Louis, if you want to explain a little bit more, then I would really.
Yeah, I'd like to explain basically how investment in Canada works. Canadian government, when you deal with business immigration, is directly involved with the situation of Canadian citizenship. So if an international investor invests here, especially in BC, other provinces is a little bit lower, but in BC, the international investor has to invest with the government $500,000 or $500,000, the same thing. Then the government keep the capital, but at the same time, we provide the project to the international investor, where they are going to control or 100% or minimum 30% of any project, and then in 24 hours they can get the Canadian citizenship. So that's a very attractive point, actually, for the two projects, the project in Kelowna as the project in Hope.
Thank you very much, Louis Cruz, giving us time and explaining your project and about yourself. Thank you very much.